say that
For me.
don't go that this thing.
In a rapidly changing world, where traditional boundaries are shattered and new opportunities abound, one question reigns supreme. How can you position yourself to skyrocket your income in the new global economy? Welcome to the most eagerly anticipated virtual conference of the year, the Make Money Conference. 8 speakers, 6 panelists, 1 platform. This groundbreaking conference brings together industry titans, trailblazers and visionaries who have cracked the code to thriving in the new global economy. Featuring Nnamdi, Jacob Okoro, Emmanuel Akbe, Chidi Benjamin, Vivian Okeke, Valerie Okorie, NC Desmond and Lois Akweze. You will have the opportunity to connect with a global community of like-minded individuals, entrepreneurs and professionals who are as passionate about their growth as you are. Date 27th to 29 July 2023. Venue YouTube. Don't miss out on this extraordinary opportunity. The future is waiting. Join us now.
Okay, good evening, sir.
So
Good evening.
at the end, tell me what level of the convener actually
In a rapidly changing world, where traditional boundaries are shattered and new opportunities abound, one question reigns supreme. How can you position yourself to skyrocket your income in the new global economy? Welcome to the most eagerly anticipated virtual conference of the year, the Make Money Conference. 8 speakers, 6 panelists, 1 platform. This groundbreaking conference brings together industry titans, trailblazers and visionaries who have cracked the code to thriving in the new global economy. Featuring Nnamdi, Jacob Okoro, Emmanuel Akbe, Chidi Benjamin, Vivian Okeke, Valerie Okorie, NC Desmond and Lois Akweze. You will have the opportunity to connect with a global community of like-minded individuals, entrepreneurs and professionals who are as passionate about their growth as you are. Date 27th to 29 July 2023. Venue YouTube. Don't miss out on this extraordinary opportunity. The future is waiting. Join us now. In a rapidly changing world, where traditional boundaries are shattered and new opportunities abound, one question reigns supreme. How can you position yourself to skyrocket your income in the new global economy? Welcome to the most eagerly anticipated virtual conference of the year, the Make Money Conference. 8 speakers, 6 panelists, 1 platform. This groundbreaking conference brings together industry titans, trailblazers and visionaries who have cracked the code to thriving in the new global economy. Featuring Nnamdi, Jacob Okoro, Emmanuel Akbe, Chidi Benjamin, Vivian Okeke, Valerie Okorie, NC Desmond and Lois Akweze. You will have the opportunity to connect with a global community of like-minded individuals, entrepreneurs and professionals who are as passionate about their growth as you are. Date 27th to 29 July 2023. Venue YouTube. Don't miss out on this extraordinary opportunity. The future is waiting. Join us now.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So, we are live for the third and the last session for today, the day 1 of the Mega Money Conference, and we'll be having Sir Nnamdi, the sales beast, as the guest for tonight. And before we let him in, let's quickly listen to his introduction. Yes, the introductory video of him.
Mr. Nnamdi. He is the founder of gigantic sales empire, credited with increasing the sales of individuals and corporations. He is the go-to person if your income doesn't look like it should be. His academy, Gigantic Sales Empire, founded a challenge tagged 1 million naira challenge, which has helped his clients and students provide over 300 million naira within the last 12 months. He was interviewed by his seller for making tremendous sales with his affiliates and as an individual. He is a John C. Maxwell certified member and a two-time director in JCI. Fortune Nnamdi was recognized and awarded by the Ebonyi State Ministry of Business Development for his contributions to the growth and development of entrepreneurs in Abakaliki. He is a sales strategist that has trained over 14,000 persons online on sales, marketing, and business. He is also the governor of the biannual sales conference titled Sell or Beg, where he has hosted personnel like Bitcoin Chief, Akin Alabi, Renald Nzimora, Elisha Maman, Emmanuel Akwe, Grace Kalu, and the likes. One of his reputable results is crashing 7.2 million on his WhatsApp in a few months. He was also interviewed by TVC as a speaker who's impacted lives at Abiokula. He is now focused on mindset, money, and masculinity. Let's meet Mr. Fortune Nnamdi. Mr. Fortune Nnamdi. He's
Okay, so that's without further ado, let's welcome Sir Fortune Nnamdi as he graces. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Sir Fortune.
Yeah, Emmanuel, good evening.
You're welcome, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you clearly.
All right,
Sir,
good evening.
you're live on stage, and we have from now till 8:50 to share everything you have with us. So the stage is yours. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. So, if you are online, kindly type I am online and tell me where you are signing in from. If you're online, kindly type I am online and tell me where you are signing in from. I'm waiting for our comments. Is it my network? Okay, I think I'm seeing the comments now. Chidi Benjamin, Oga Convener. I'm online signing in from Abia State. Diako, Chiso, what's happening to my light? Please fix it. Thank you. I'm online from Delta State. Okay. Why fix my lights? Thank you. Lobby Tech Communications online from AKR. I don't know what's AKR. Then Adebisi Josiah, I'm online from Maiduguri, Nigeria. Ibiam Chijioke, Abia State. Christ Advocate. That picture look like Franklin Odiase. I'm online from Edo State. Victory Obiaso from Delta State. Mwajidako, I already mentioned your name. Sonchi Regan, are you Chinese? From Cameroon. Precious Mwachuku. You plug into the extension. Precious Mwachuku from Anambra State. Which name is this? Knowing the earth and the universe. Chinekena. From Ekiti State. Miracle Salifu. Online from Kogi State, Nigeria. Okay. Who else? Is there anyone else? Is there any other person? Okay. Let me share this stuff on my status so we can proceed. Let's get more persons here. Okay. Good. I think that's all for now. So, thank you very much, Chidi Benjamin and your team for the invite, for bringing me on board to share from the little I know, and let's see how much progress we can make. Actually, let's see what we can do today. And I'm believing that a lot of us will pick one or two things from today's session. Maybe not everything, but something. I think it should be fair enough to say something. So I was asked to teach everyone how to dominate social media to skyrocket your income. How to dominate social media to skyrocket your income. So I have about 37 minutes to go. So let's see what we can do. Now, to put it into perspective, we will need to know the meaning of a few of these keywords in order to get a very detailed understanding about this particular subject. So the word dominate there, okay, whenever you see the word how to, we are talking about um, a methodological approach, an approach that comes from an angle of what methods to employ to do something. So when we are saying how to cook rice, we are not teaching you what rice is. We are teaching you the different procedures to embark on in order to come up with a well cooked rice. So the things you'll be learning today will be purely around skyrocketing your income using social media. Please, the topic on the screen is not my topic. Please help me. Please change the topic to mine. Thank you. Now we've talked about how to. Now let's talk about what it means to dominate. To dominate simply means to take charge, to be a top person, to be amongst the top 10%. So if we say you are dominating the design industry in Nigeria, it means you are among the top 10% graphic designers in Nigeria. It means whenever we mention this particular topic, you are one of the persons that come to mind. It means whenever we mention your niche, you're one of the persons that come to mind. For instance, if we mention niches like, let's say, which one now we're going to use? Let's say Forex. There are persons that come to mind. If we mention crypto, some of the names that come to mind is Bitcoin Chief, Chris Annie, these are now household names. So what exactly can I do to become a household name in the Nigerian internet space? Please leave my topic on the screen. I beg of you. Please. I don't want to hold my phone and I need my topic to be on the screen. All right, so let's move quickly. We all know what social media is, right? It's just a platform online you use to interact with other people, to communicate with people, to pass across your thoughts for other people to learn from. To skyrocket means to boost, and we all know what income is. So how exactly can I dominate social media in order to skyrocket my income? First of all, the goal is not to skyrocket your income. You will skyrocket your income. That's the effect of doing the right thing. Okay, you don't focus on the effect because the effect is more like a reward for a job well done. I like to put it this way: whenever someone walks up to me, sends me a message online, asking me, please, how can I make money online? I want to do a millionaire in 30 days. The first thing I always ask them is, can you go broke for 6 months? If you can't go broke for 6 months, there are a lot of chances that you're not really going to make it big online, simply because you are in it for the wrong reasons. You need to always learn before you can earn. There are 3 stages, right? I saw it on someone's WhatsApp status. The first stage is yearning, the second stage is learning, and then the last stage is earning. Yearning has to do with curiosity, longing, desire to access knowledge and to consume knowledge. Learning has to do with interacting with this knowledge in order to become better. And then earning has to do with turning that knowledge into money. So like I said, what then is that job that needs to be properly done? See social media as a tool for increasing your reach. See social media as a tool for passing your message. See social media as a tool for impacting people. See social media as a tool for letting the whole world know who you are. See social media as a tool for pushing out your brand, most especially. So I'm teaching a few of you here today. And what am I doing? I am reinforcing in your hearts and then in your head But what am I doing? I'm reinforcing that message in your heart. So you need to seize every opportunity to remind people about who you are. You need to seize every opportunity to let people know who you are. Oh, okay, let me just chip this in. When we are talking about putting your brand out there, we need to even understand what a brand is. And the best definition I have seen for a brand is based something very simple. Your brand is simply what they say about you when you are not in the room. You don't decide your brand. Your brand is being shaped by the content you roll out, and your brand is now being deciphered by the people who receive this content. I can't say I am this. The whole world will have to be the one saying I am this. For instance, how I see Chidi Benjamin is not within his control. It is only controlled by the content he put out. For instance, now the best way to put it now is if you ask 20 persons along the streets of where you stay, for instance, do you know Fortune Nnamdi? Yes, who is he? Whatever they say is who I am. Was I there to influence their decision? No. Did I really influence their decision? Yes. I did with the content I put out, but then I'm not there to speak for them. So you can recreate your brand, and then you can create your brand by the content you are dishing out using social media, which is part of the way to dominate social media. But then let's do a step-by-step approach. So let's say I want to dominate social media, I want to skyrocket my income. The first thing I need to do is to find clarity or purpose, or we could say a niche. That's the first thing you need to do. You cannot monetize what does not exist. Now, when we talk about finding clarity, purpose, or your niche, it means what you are called to do online, who you are called to serve, how you are called to serve them. Don't forget what you are called to do online, who you are called to serve, how you are called to serve them. So, what am I called to do online? Or what have I decided to do online? I've decided to preach the message of sales. Who am I called to teach? People who don't know anything about sales. These things are things you need to, and we are not here to talk about target audience, core message, and all those many terminologies. So you need to find, what do I need to do? What is my niche? And after finding a niche, the next thing is creating a sub niche for yourself, or following an already existing sub niche. For instance, if you are a salesperson, who in the sales community are you called to serve? For instance, in the internet marketing space, or in the Nigerian social media space, Chidi Benjamin, we know him that he is called to serve people who want to earn in dollars, freelancers. So he's not just called to any kind of person, he's called to a set of people. Why I have the responsibility of teaching people how to make 7 figures every month, he has the responsibility of teaching people how to earn in dollars. What exactly do you have the responsibility to do? That's the question. In your niche, you need to either create a sub niche or follow an already existing sub niche. You need to understand that a confused prospect or a confused client will never pay a confused creator. One of the things you need to set in order to get paid is clarity. A confused person cannot pay a confused person. For your audience, for your prospects to pay you, they need to have seen proof of clarity consistently. It's not just going to be a one-time thing. It's going to be a continuous thing. So do you have clarity? Now, let's say, for instance, you have clarity, you know your niche or you know your sub niche. What's the next thing you need to do? You need to come up with a plan. You need to come up with a plan. I think I'm already wasting time. I need to be as fast as possible because I have just 27 minutes left. You need to have a plan. A fool with a plan will always beat a genius without a plan, anytime, any day. It's not about what you know, it's about how you execute what you know. A fool with a plan will always beat a genius without a plan, anytime, any day. You need to have a plan. I think a white man once said, I don't know, I think about Easton. He said, if I have 10 hours to cut a tree, I would, use 8 hours to, I think, sharpen the axe. And on my YouTube, there was something I put as my, I think, cover photo. Is the fact that if you are going to pay me $10,000, you actually pay me $9,999 because of my years of experience, and the other $1 is to get the work done. So that $9,999 is knowing what nail to hit with the hammer and all that. So you need to understand that all these things need to be in place. What is your game plan? I have my game plan for 2023. Everything I'm going to do online for the next 3 to 5 to 7 years is well planned out. In the next 5 years, whatever I'm doing online is what I have already planned to do online. There's no coincidence for me online. And I don't know if that is what it is for you. You need to have a plan. Will you always follow your plan? Certainly not. But it's better I have a plan and I don't follow it than to not have a plan and follow everything. Now, let's put it this way. It's easier for you to be confused where you don't know where you are going to. Let's say someone takes a bus, right? Not a flight, because if it's a flight, they are certainly going to drop you where you put. Do you understand? So let's say you enter a bus from Anambra, Onitsha, and then you are traveling to Lagos, and you don't know how Lagos looks like. There's already a problem for you if you are in the bus that is being driven by kidnappers. There's already a very big problem for you because you won't even know when they will pass Lagos. You will need to know that, okay, after Anambra is Delta State, after Delta we enter Benin as Edo State. After Edo State we enter what's it called, Ondo, and then okay, from here to this place to Lagos. Okay, what's going to welcome me to Lagos? I think is the toll gate. You need to have a clear view of where you are going to so that you don't arrive there confused. So what exactly is your plan? And one thing I like telling people is, if you are coming online to dominate the industry or whatever sphere you are coming to dominate, don't try to do many things at the same time. Laser focus is an advantage. I like to put it this way. We all have a limited amount of energy per day, and once you finish that energy, you would not be able to do anything. But unfortunately, a lot of us don't know that we have a capped energy, a limited amount of energy, and every time you waste your energy doing the wrong things, you are preventing yourself from doing the right things. Every time you waste your energy doing the wrong things, you are preventing yourself from doing the right things. What am I trying to say? You need to know what the right things are. I like to tell people that you see, making money, or let's say managing money, has to do more about what not to do than what to do. I need to know what not to spend money on. I need to know what not to buy. I need to know what not to do. I need to know the activities not to engage more than what to even do. But then let's scratch that. So don't do too many things at the same time. You're only going to wear yourself out. And I like to put it this way: if you are just starting out online, you don't have a business being on every social media platform. Those of you that created Threads account, how far? Where has it gotten you to? We can all tell that you are not there again, or you are no longer as active as you were within the first 2 to 3 days. I knew Thread was not going to be a household app. A lot of users signed up because of recency bias, and everybody wanted to go check out what was there because of curiosity, etc. You don't have to be on every social media platform unless you are just securing your username, which is a fair thing to do, but you don't have to be active everywhere. So I like to tell people, decide which platform you want to be active on and die there. The funny thing, if you cannot build on any platform, you cannot build on any other platform. If you cannot build on one platform, you cannot build on any other platform. The rules are the same. The only thing that changes are the methods. Trust me, the rules are the same, the principles are the same. The only thing that is different are the methods. It is extremely easy to build on another platform after you have built on one than to build on all. When I started out online, I started with Facebook, and then I took my contacts from Facebook to WhatsApp. And then after growing a little bit on WhatsApp, I grew my Twitter from that WhatsApp. What am I trying to say? If I had tried to do everything, I would have failed in all. To choose the platform you want to do and die there. And one thing I like telling people is you don't choose the platform, you leverage on the platform that gives you the most advantage. This is why you need to know why every platform was built. And then ask yourself, how can these platforms serve me? For instance, we all know that Twitter is, this app where people come to share their thoughts and their ideas. And Twitter was, let's say, it's built for thought creator, what's it called? Am I correct? Thought leaders, right? And creators. That's what Twitter is built for. It's recently they've been, adding new features to make it better for creators. So now you can write long posts, now you can push longer videos, and so many other things. The highlight feature came out on Twitter to organize your thoughts and stuff like that. So that's for Twitter. We all know that IG is a visual-based platform, majorly for niches that have to do with visual content, not text-based content, right? Visual content. Let's say photographers, graphic designers, chefs. Those guys are people who should leverage on IG very, very well. We all know that Facebook was built for communities and long content. LinkedIn was built for career people who have a lot of achievements, awards, and all that. If you are this career person who has a lot of milestones to cross and you want to communicate your journey to the whole world, then LinkedIn is a perfect start for you. We all know that YouTube is a place for people who have video content, people who want to go live, just like I am. I'm on YouTube now. You're on YouTube, you're watching me. That's what YouTube is for, video-based content. And it was not long ago they brought out the YouTube Shorts feature. So I like to put it this way, that YouTube was built for educational purposes. Sorry about that. So YouTube is more like this app where, okay, I want to document my journey, or I want to create a what's it called, a roadmap for people. I want to shoot a video. I want to record a course for people, and then I'll upload it on YouTube. And TikTok too is a video-based platform. Just that the video has to, have some elements of entertainment in it for people to stay engaged, because people on TikTok have a very low attention span. So when you have now gone through these platforms, you now decide which one to die in and die there. I remember when I was extremely active on WhatsApp, and I was one of the first persons on WhatsApp who grew his WhatsApp status view to over 1,000, 1,005, 1,007. And at the time where I was very active, I was the only person I knew that was charging 21,000 naira to run WhatsApp status ad. Every other person I knew in the internet marketing space who were running ads were charging 5K and all that. But when it was time for me to move on, I knew the best platform to go to was Twitter. And I didn't want to focus on so many platforms, so I left every single platform and I went to build on Twitter. We all know the result. I think I started building on Twitter. When I started, I had about 2,504 followers, if I'm not mistaken. And in less than 3 months, I hit 15K followers. And I think I'm currently at over 30K. I don't know. But I know it should be over 30K. That's the power of focus and consistency. I knew what I wanted and I went for it. Part of getting what you want is knowing what you want, knowing the price to pay for what you want, and then paying the price for what you want. So I left WhatsApp. Stopped posting on Facebook. I was not on LinkedIn. I was not even posting on YouTube. I was not posting on TikTok. I had a plan. The plan was to dominate Twitter, to be among the top guys on Twitter, And that was not just okay, that was the goal, right? But a plan is more like a goal broken down into methods. A plan is more like a goal, the step-by-step version of a goal. Okay. So the goal was to be among the top guys in the Nigerian Twitter space. But the plan was what exactly? So let me share my plan with you. The plan I used on Twitter. And the plan was to tweet 8 times every single day. Eight. The plan was to write 3 threads every single week. The plan was to comment 5 times every single day. The plan was to do one Twitter space every single week. And it was on the strength of this that I blew my account. Now, let me explain this in details since I have 17 minutes to go. As simple as these things are, you need to understand that results are not found in intensity. The results lies in consistency. Intensity does not produce results. And if it does, the results will be short-lived. Every result produced by intensity is short-term. It is never long-lasting. The only long-lasting result that comes is from a place of consistency. So I would rather be consistent than to be intense. I would rather move like a water than to fall like a rock. It's better. So let me explain what I did. I didn't miss any of this for one day. I didn't miss any of this for 1 week. And those of you that were on my WhatsApp status, you could agree with me that I didn't even share my Twitter link on WhatsApp. I just left WhatsApp. And people were now looking for me. Where did this guy go to? And their friends began to tell them, I ain't don't move, go Twitter and all that. Because the plan was to see what I could do on Twitter. I didn't want to move people from WhatsApp per se. I just wanted to see what Twitter had for me and all that. If I want to dominate TikTok, it won't be hard for me. If I want to dominate TikTok, it's to roll out 7 videos per day and see if I will die. If I want to dominate TikTok, 7 videos per day for 6 months. No, there was this guy's video I was watching, Peng Joon, and I'll come back to my Twitter experience. Let me just quickly talk about Peng Joon. And I was trying to discover how this guy grew online and how he became popular and well known during the COVID-19. And I stumbled upon one of his videos where he shared the secret. And he said that the very secret he used was this. He met his mentor, told his mentor he wanted to dominate social media. And from the video-based angle, and the mentor said, okay, if you want to, this is what you need to do. Take out the next 90 days. Take out the next 3 months. Shoot 4 videos per day. And they're like, sir, yes, shoot 4 videos per day. If we are taking out 3 months, I want you to use these 3 months to create content for 1 year. 3 times 4 is 12, right? So 4 videos per day for 3 months is 1 video per day for 1 year. So Peng Joon created about 365 videos in 90 days. Not just videos, but quality videos, good video quality, good audio. And then the mentor said, for the next 90 days, you won't be online. You'll be going ghost just because you are creating content for 1 year. And as soon as you are done creating this content and editing it, you have to upload 1 video every day for 1 year. And guess what? After that 1 year, in fact, before that 1 year time frame, he blew. I was one of the persons that began to follow his content. But that is the power of consistency. Not you come and upload 1 video today and then you upload 7 next week, and you are believing God that 2 out of the 7 will blow. It will not blow. Trust me, it doesn't work that way. It is better you upload 1 video per day for 9 months than to upload 30 videos per month in 1 week. The goal, see, the way social media works is more about consistency. Let me tell you why. No social media algorithm will favor a person who does not make them money. The only proof that you will make them money is that you are creating content consistently. Twitter algorithm cannot favor you when you are posting once every 4 days. They need to be sure you are going to post every day. They need to be sure you are going to bring traffic to them every day. They need to be sure that you are going to make them money every day before they favor you. It doesn't matter the volume of money you make for them. They just want you to be making money for them every day. So you have to be feeding the platform every single day for the platform to prioritize your content every single day. That's how it works. So, like I said, if I wanted to dominate TikTok, I only need to upload 7 videos per day, and it won't take me up to 4 months. I did it on Facebook, I did it on WhatsApp, I did it on Twitter. TikTok will not be anything new. If you can grow on one platform, you can grow on the next. So just to be sure people are with me, before I share my Twitter experience, if you are still with me, type I am with you. I need to know if people have logged out or if people are still here. I think we have just 12 minutes left. It means I won't be able to cover what I have, but then I have to stick with time. If you are still with me, type I am with you. All right, Chidi. Frankly, Odiase. I'm seeing just 2 persons here. Yeah, Valerie, thank you for the compliment. All right, 4 persons. Let's see if we can have 10 persons saying I'm with you within the next 30 seconds. So I can just move on. All right, 7 persons now. 3 more persons and then we are moving. Hope you are learning something. Are you learning anything? 9 people now. 1 more person. All right, so there are 10. Let's proceed. So what I did on Twitter then was every content I dropped was purely on sales and marketing. Every single content. Now if you go to my Twitter, you are going to see a lot of threads on masculinity. You are going to see some threads on just me thinking, and you're not going to see so much on sales and marketing, right? That's because that's what I want to do now. But when I started on Twitter with the goal to be one of the top persons on Twitter, I had to focus purely on sales and marketing. There's something I tell people: when you want to grow on any platform, don't do what those who have grown they are doing. Don't do it. Don't do what the big guys are doing. Do what they did that made them big. Don't copy big accounts. Model what they did that made them big. There's a very big difference. But let's continue. So every single thing I did was around sales and marketing. I was dropping 8 tweets per day, every 3 hours. I scheduled my contents to run every 3 hours. Every 3 hours. So it got to a point. Some persons were now coming to my DM. I don't know, what are you doing? What magic are you using? Anytime I open Twitter, it's only your tweet I'm seeing. I said, really? They say, yes, it's only your tweet I'm seeing. I said, okay, no problem. Thank God for that. And as soon as they told me that the only language I understand is to create more, if it's only my tweet you are seeing, I might as well just fill your Twitter timeline. So I was no longer satisfied with it. And I decided to drop 12 tweets per day, every 2 hours. And within a week, 12 was now like a normal. So I asked myself, if I upload 24 in one day, will I die? And the only way to find out if I will die is by actually uploading 12. So I started dropping content every 2 hours. And then one day I was just curious. I said, what's going to happen if I drop 24 contents every 1 hour? And then I got angry, and then the next day I dropped 24 contents on sales and marketing. Every 1 hour, my contents were flying. More persons now came to my DM. What are you doing? Oh, you are the only person I'm seeing on my Twitter. Say, really? Say you are going to see more of me. So I did 48 tweets the next day. And some of you can't even upload 6 per day. That's why you are stuck. This is, I'm telling you, I didn't do them and stop. Oh. I did it every single day. So I moved from 24 tweets per day to 48 every 30 minutes. And then I uploaded 50 per day for just 2 days. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing in this app. So in 3 months, I grew from 2,504 followers to over 15K followers. At that time, I was averaging at least 1,000 followers per week. At least 1,000 followers per week. and every single content was on sales and marketing. So the next thing I did was I used to drop thread every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 times per week. And every Wednesday, 10 p.m., I always held a Twitter space. But one thing you need to understand here is your tweets are more like proof that you are alive, that you are not a bot, that you know what you are doing, that people can learn from you. But what if you have less than 5,000 followers, or let's say even less than 1,000 followers? Your tweets are not going to bring followers for you. Your threads will, but not so much. The two major things that will is going to be Twitter Spaces and well structured comments. I'm not saying comment. Now, what I was doing then was I created a list of it's on my Twitter. I don't know if it's going to show on my screen. Let me see if I can show you guys. I created a list on my Twitter and I mistakenly turned on my camera. I created a list on my Twitter and I named it 200k plus followers. Look, it's here. Will it show? Let me increase my screen brightness. As you can see, 200k plus followers. There are 32 persons on this list. The private list, you won't see it on my Twitter. So what I was doing then was anybody who has over 200k followers on sales and marketing, the first thing I did was boom, I add them to that list. So it got to a point I was no longer finding 200k plus, and I started adding persons with 100k plus. So I added the likes of Alex Omozi, Aaron Will, George Ten, and some other persons to that particular list. So the goal was to just drop 5 contents every single day. Just five comments. So I would come to this particular list, go through one of these creators' tweets, and I would read it, and I would take an average of 5 minutes to really understand the tweet. And then the goal was to comment something reasonable. You need to understand that on Twitter, people cannot follow you unless they visit your profile. So if I want to increase the number of followers I have, I need to increase the number of persons who visit my profile. And the only way to do that is by dropping a comment that makes them say, who the hell is this guy? I remember the time I dropped the comment, then the comment did about 14,700 views in 24 hours. A comment. There was one I dropped, I think that was a few days ago. It did about 170,000 views. A comment on Twitter. Because if your account is small, Twitter is not going to show your tweets to a lot of people, but they can show your comments to a lot of people. So the idea was not, I made a promise to myself then that I was never going to comment deep. Kai, powerful. I was never going to do all those nonsense. It was a promise I made to myself. So if I don't have a reasonable thing to tweet or to comment, I was never going to comment. And I lived by that word. And it helped me to a large extent. So basically, these were the things I did. I did Twitter spaces. And then after every Twitter space, I would have at least hundreds of followers. There was a time where I would do a Twitter space, and in 1 week, I was having 11,000 listens. 11,000 listens in 1 week. There are times where I had as little as 6,000 listens in 1 week on my Twitter spaces. And my account was just growing continuously. So when it comes to dominating social media, you need to have a plan. You need to follow the plan religiously. And the next thing, when it comes to making money, skyrocketing your income with this, once people understand that this person is not confused though, he knows what he's doing. The next thing is to start priming these people for your course that you intend to sell, or for a product you intend to affiliate for. After you have primed them, you have to create a sales process or a sales funnel, right? Or a sales process that can trap these leads and can sell to them. and that's it. You're on your way to making money using social media. But the first thing is to get known and then convert that visibility, that influence to money. Okay. So you have to introduce them to a sales process. You have to introduce them to a sales funnel that sells to them. Okay. So I wish I could say more about this, but unfortunately, we don't have that time. I have just 2 minutes left, 8 minutes and some seconds. So I think this is where I have to take my bow. If you want to learn more about how to dominate social media for profit, I have a course on this very topic, how to dominate social media for profit. The course is just 10,000 naira. It's something everybody here should be able to afford. If we are being realistic, at least you have data to watch this video. So if it's something you want and you already know the price, you could message me on Twitter or on IG. Just tell me, hi Fortune, I want to get this how to dominate social media course. And sure, you're going to just make payment and get access to the course. Hopefully the same day and all that. So Chidi Benjamin, my time is up. I would have loved to do a lot, but then this is where I have to take my leave. Thank you for the invite.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, for sharing these strategies with us on how to dominate the social media and how to skyrocket our income on social media. You talked about consistency as a way of dominating the social media, yes, and that's true. So, sir, we want to sincerely thank you on behalf of the convener, Sir Chidi Benjamin. I would like to thank you, sir, for coming along and for sharing with us this experience, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So, guys, you can connect with Sir Fortune Nnamdi on all social media platforms as Fortune Nnamdi, especially Twitter. You don't want to miss on the value he's dishing out there for free on a daily basis. So please, I would like us to follow him on all socials at Fortune Nnamdi, and also he will be hosting Sell or Beg in Abuja. Yes, so you should follow him on his social media platforms so that you can keep in touch and know when the conference will be coming. So, sir, please, someone's asking when is the Sell or Beg Abuja coming up? Sir, can you hear me?
Sorry, I turned off my mic. They'll be updated on that now, so long they are following my content online. But for now, we had to postpone it for many reasons, most especially the fuel hike, because a lot of persons who wanted to come for the event are not resident in Abuja. So we had to, consider these persons and then postpone the event. Okay.
Okay, sir. So do well to follow him on all social media platforms at Fortune Nnamdi so that you get updated on when the conference will be coming up. So thanks so much, sir, for coming along. Thank you for coming around and teaching us. We really appreciate your time and your effort. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you to the team. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.
Okay, guys. So tomorrow we'll be having the first session with Lucky James, the Dominator, and he'll be teaching us on the same consistency that Sir Fortune talked about on how to dominate social media. He'll be teaching us on consistency, a golden rule to build wealth. So I wouldn't like us to miss. So subscribe to this channel and keep updated. Tomorrow we'll be going live at 5 p.m. West African time. So thank you all for coming around. See you tomorrow and God bless. Bye.
In a rapidly changing world, where traditional boundaries are shattered and new opportunities abound, one question reigns supreme. How can you position yourself to skyrocket your income in the new global economy? Welcome to the most eagerly anticipated veteran. In a rapidly changing world, In a rapidly changing world, where traditional boundaries are shattered and new